During the summer of 2005, my friend Mike Repass and I had crossed the Atlantic on my 42-foot ketch Sarah, stopping in the Bahamas and Bermuda before arriving in the Azores Islands in mid-July. We cruised through the Azores, stopping at Flores, Fayal, and São Jorge, before taking a berth at the marina in Angra do Heiro mismo on the island of Terceira. This video covers the remainder of our time spent in the Azores. The marina at Angra do Heiro Istmo was brand new, open less than a couple of years. The marina is located in the heart of town, providing easy access to shops and restaurants, although the closest supermercado was a long hike out of town. The only drawback to the location was the church at the head of the harbor. Its bells chimed on the half hour during the day and much of the night. After a few days, we no longer noticed it. Angra is a very picturesque city. During the time we were in Angra, a folk-like festival was in progress. On several nights, folk dances and songs were performed adjacent to the marina. After a few days on Terceira, our Quebec friends were ready to leave for France, and we bid them au revoir. Angra was a treasure port for Portugal during the years of discovery and colonialization, and the harbor was well fortified. The Portuguese army still occupies much of these fortifications. There is another harbor and marina on Terceiro, at Praia de Vitória. Praia means beach in Portuguese, and this is a beach town. There was a food festival at Praia when we visited, with booths from many of the restaurants on Terceira and some from the other islands. We found ketch later in Praia. This is another Pearson 424 ketch that has been on the same Atlantic Circle cruise as Serra. After more than 10 days on Terceira, it was time to leave for the final island of our Azores cruise, São Miguel, and the harbor at Ponta Delgada. The distance from Angra to Ponta Delgada is about 90 nautical miles. We departed at mid-afternoon with a planned overnight sail to arrive the next morning. We did have a light northeast wind at departure, but it quickly died and we motored all night. We arrived off Sao Miguel just before dawn and motored to the harbor entrance as the sun came up. When we arrived at the Ponta Delgada Marina, we found Ketch there, and we rafted next to them. Mike rented a car for much of our stay in Ponta Delgada to help us provision for the sail to the mainland of Portugal. But we also used this car to tour the island. Sete Cidades is a village located in the crater of the now dormant volcano that formed the island. There are two lakes in this crater, Lago Verde and Lago Azul. They both look pretty verde to us. On the east end of the island is the valley and town of Furnas, which is the site of numerous geysers and hot mud pits. These thermal vents have created a special cuisine called cozido das Furnas. It is similar to a New England clam bank, as meats and vegetables are buried in a pit, heated by the thermals, and cooked in the earth. We stopped in Furnas for lunch, and cozido was on the menu. We asked the waiter if he would recommend it. He was less than encouraging, so we ordered steaks. The tourist guides point out that cozido is an acquired taste, as it takes on the sulfur taste from the steam. If the waiter was a local and hadn't acquired that taste, it is doubtful we would as well. Later that day, we visited a site where the cozido is prepared, next to a large lake. Soon it was time to leave São Miguel and begin the passage to the mainland of Portugal and the harbor at Cascais. This voyage is covered in the next video in Sarah's Atlantic Circle.